Hey guys, what's up? Nathan here from Worship Calling in the Worship Journal Guitarist Edition. We got ourselves a Tone Master Tuesday on a Wednesday, and we are going to look at 10 mistakes that I feel like a lot of us are making in the context of modelers and worship guitar in general, guitar in general. 10 mistakes we're making, and I guarantee one of these you are currently making today, if not have made in the past. So let's look at these 10 mistakes that I feel like most of us are making. Number one is too much gain. We lose everything when we just have way too much gain, especially in the context of worship electric guitar. You know, we're playing triads, we're single noting runs. We need that articulation. We need that to cut through the mix, and it's not because we're using too much gain. Pull the gain back. Try it. I guarantee it'll make a huge difference. Number two, kind of follows right on the heels of it, is not understanding or not giving enough time to our gain staging. So we may not be getting the best tone from the amp we're using because we're not sending enough gain to the amp. Or maybe we're sending too much and we've got just way too much saturation, right? Understanding that staging and using it to our advantage to get the best tone we possibly can. That's number two. Number three is mic and mic placement. Now, this one's really tough. I feel like this one's really tough in the modeling world because it's not like the old days where we would get our amp dialed in right where we want it, and then the last thing we would do is figure out the best way to mic it, best mic placement to reproduce that tone that we hear with our ears to the front of house. Now, we have to do that right out of the gate because the modelers are modeled after an amp or a cabinet being mic'd up. So we have to think about mic selection, and mic placement as soon as we start building our presets. So that's one thing I think we overlook and a mistake we make. Number four, we're just overusing stereo. Not all venues, not all live places we're playing even are using stereo at front of house. And so if they're not using stereo, if it's a mono setup, we're immediately losing so much of our tone because our preset is stereo, right? Or if they are using stereo, we're using this super wide stereo preset and we're creating phasing issues. So there's frequency cancellation happening and we're losing half of our tone again because our stereo width is too wide. Bring that in. Stereo, think of it as a seasoning. You don't want too much salt on your mashed potatoes. Lightly sprinkle the stereo. You don't need anything too wide. Number five is overcomplicated presets. Couple reasons for this. One, I feel like we lose a lot of our tone because we're running it through 50 different stomp boxes. We're running it through 50 different effects and 3 or 4 different compressors, and it's so complicated. Just because we can doesn't mean we should. So overcomplicated presets. And the second reason why I like this one too is because if there is trouble issues going on and you're in a live setting and you're time crunched, you're not scrolling through pages of your preset trying to find the issue. If you're running a very simple preset setup, you've got 3-4 items that the issue could be with. It makes troubleshooting a lot easier. So overcomplicated presets, I think that's a mistake we make. Number 6, covered this one in another video, unmatched levels across our presets, across our scenes, across our effects, across our snapshots, whatever the case may be. You know, we engage a overdrive in our volume drops, or we engage the overdrive and our volume just goes through the roof. Level setting those presets. So check out my video on using a loudness meter to help you get a nice, even perceived loudness level across your presets. Number 7, we're just using the wrong amp for worship. We're using the wrong amp for the tone we're wanting. So if we're trying to get that, what I feel like is the perfect tone for especially the worship guitar setting, it's that edge of breakup. It's that classic edge of breakup sound. We're using the wrong amp for that. Or if we are chasing that kind of heavier sound, maybe we're not using the right high gain. We're not even using a high gain amp. We're just cranking out a classic edge of breakup amp with a bunch of overdrives to try to get that overdrive sound instead of using the right amp for the job. So understanding the characteristics of each amp and picking the right amp. We're not using the right amps. That is number 7. Number 8, we're over EQing. We're trying to fix problems with EQ that we could just fix at its source. Maybe it's pickup selection. Maybe it's a setup on our guitar. Maybe we need to adjust the pickup height of our pickup. And instead of addressing the issues, we always chase it with EQ, and we start adding EQ, and we start sterilizing our sound. Too much EQ. We're over EQing. Number 9, we're dialing in all our tones with headphones. Everything sounds great through the headphones. I'm a huge fan of high quality, full range, flat response headphones or studio monitors. That's great. It's a great tool. That's how I start. But we don't listen to our presets in the place we're going to play. We don't listen to them in the room. We don't listen to them at live levels, cranked volume. We don't pay attention to our presets. We get stuck in our headphones and never leave our headphones. That is number 9. We're dialing in all our tone through headphones, and that's it. Number 10, this one's kind of a tough one too. This is where we're relying on either purchased presets or presets we got from the cloud. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the cloud. I love that Fender has the cloud so that we can share presets. I have all my presets in the cloud, and I share them, but I always share them under the context that use this as a baseline. Don't just think that I'm going to go buy a preset from somebody, or I'm going to go download Nathan's preset from the cloud and it's going to give me the tone I'm looking for. It's a baseline. Understand the presets, understand what the effects are doing, understand your signal path, understand the tone that you want. Make the preset work for you. Don't be afraid to dive into your presets. Adjust things. See how things sound, removing blocks, adding blocks, whatever the case may be. Understand your presets. Don't rely on someone else's tone that you think that's the sound and I'm going to get that exact sound by downloading a preset. Don't buy into that. Get in there, dive in, start to understand the amps, the effects, everything that's in your modeler, and make your preset. Make it be what you need it to be. And that's the top 10 mistakes I feel like we're making. And I'm kind of excited because my plan is to dive into each one of these a little deeper in the coming weeks. So in the comments, let me know which one you want me to hit first, and make sure and subscribe so that you can follow along as we dive a little deeper into each one of these 10 mistakes and how we can hopefully avoid them, overcome them, learn more, grow, and become better at guitar. That's always my goal. As always, make every strum count, and I will see you guys next time.